Screenplay, and Best Photography. Benigni was honored with the Anti-Defamation League's Crystal Globe Award, presented to an individual or institution of the arts who illuminates aspects of the human condition and teaches that history must not be forgotten. Recently, he showed his overwhelming gratitude to the international film community as he accepted his awards for Best Film and Best Actor at this year's European Film Awards.
I don't deserve all this amount of love, really, but you deserve all mine. Now I really feel like to jump completely naked in front of you to demonstrate my really love. I am so in love with you, so what can we do now?
In addition to the praise that has come from the film community, Benigni has also been embraced by a variety of organizations from around the world. Recently, the film screened at the Simon Wiesenthal Center in Los Angeles.
He was well received when he came in, and he was a conqueror when he left because he had conquered all their hearts, and they stood in applause, and I think he was very happy because I think going in, he may have said to himself, am I going into the lion's den? And when he came out and he saw the reaction, I think that this reaction meant more to him than movie critics, because movie critics might further his career, but here he was encountering truth. These were the people who were there. How would they react? The reaction was overwhelming.
Before Life is Beautiful, Benigni had a long, successful career. After becoming one of Italy's leading comic actors, he began writing and directing in 1983, when he co-starred for the first time with his wife, Nicoletta Braschi. That same year, he directed and co-wrote Non ci resta che piangere. His co-star was Massimo Troisi, the star of Il Postino, The Postman.
Sopra c'è un morto.
Per scherzo.
Per scherzo, proprio paura. Ma dove siamo?
A Frittole.
Frittole?
A Frittole.
Mi sembra questa la maniera di andare vestiti così.
O voi?
Noi? Noi siamo vestiti bene, non come voi.
Almeno normale.
Benigni's first American role was in Jim Jarmusch's 1986 film, Down by Law. When Benigni first met Jarmusch, he could only speak about 3 words of English.
Excuse me. Excuse me. Excuse me. Is not enough room to swing a cat?
In 1996, he made Tutto Benigni, a feature film of his live theatrical performances. His movie Johnny Stecchino went on to break box office records in Italy. It is a story of a mild-mannered bus driver who looks like one of Italy's most wanted mobsters.
Lei è veramente un pazzo. Ma scusi tanto, Ma lei chi è?
Chi sono io? Io sono la moglie del ministro.
E facci vedere il tuo ministero!
In Little Devil, he co-starred with Walter Matthau and played a mischievous spirit caught in a world of mishaps.
Never had a better time working. His energy and his take on things is absolutely beautiful.
He also appeared in Federico Fellini's last film, La Voce della Luna, Voice of the Moon.
Ma siete una sola! Sì, siete tutte lei!
I thought there was a really great summation by Fellini, who said that in him he had found someone like the great American comedic actors like Langdon and Chaplin and Keaton. But he also called Benigni a friend of monsters, princesses, and frogs. There was that mix that Fellini saw of the ability to do physical humor and yet create magical stories.
Roberto, as a director, I think, learned a lot from Fellini in this case. For instance, all the section dealing with fascism and provincial life in the first section is very much Fellinesque, I would say.
It's amazing how charming he is, and then it's backed up by enormous talent. He's a great clown, you know.
Benigni is also remembered for his physically comedic performance as Inspector Clouseau's son in Blake Edwards' Son of the Pink Panther.
Benigni has always said Chaplin is one of his heroes. You can see those Chaplin-esque qualities when he goes to the school and gives the whole lecture about why the Italian race is superior to all others using his own waif-like body.
L'ombelico! Guardate che bello ombelico! Che nodo! Ma non si snoda neanche coi denti! Ci hanno provato gli scienziati razzisti! Niente, non si snoda! Questo è l'ombelico italiano della nostra razza! Guardate che roba! Guardate la muscolatura! Cipite! Bicipite! Tricipite! Guardate che bellezza! Eh?
And you see it the way he marches and winks at his son who's hiding. Those are things that we can imagine Charlie Chaplin doing.
The influence, my biggest influence was Charlie Chaplin. Of course, Italian comedians, Totò, for example, or Alberto Sordi, or Peppino De Filippo. This for me because I saw them on TV and then on theater sometimes. Then when I discovered Charlie Chaplin, I saw Charlie Chaplin 100 times in the same theater in Rome. And I was there, I was waiting the opening. When I discovered Chaplin was a stroke in my life.
You have comparisons to Chaplin throughout film history, but this is certainly Benigni's performance and the type of film he has created with Life is Beautiful, I think echoed Chaplin in a way that no other movie has recently.
Not many people can really use Chaplin in an original way, in a fresh way, in a personal way. Roberto is one of the few, I think.
Chaplin and Benigni have a gift, the way Pavarotti has a gift, touched by a muse. They have a creative expression that is unique, and it's why they rise to a level beyond others. Oftentimes, comedy is the way to make a point and makes it more effectively than standing on a soapbox and demanding attention be paid to a particular issue. What Benigni and Chaplin have in common is that they enable the audience to feel empathy with their characters. Whether it was Chaplin in The Great Dictator, mocking the fascists of the world at the time, or whether it's Benigni doing the goose step in this movie in Life is Beautiful, we have a situation where not only do they find empathy, not only do they provide a satirical edge, but they are able to find a way, a connection, because they love. All their characters fall in love, and we feel for them, we feel their emotion. So the fact that they smile makes us smile. And when something sad happens, something tragic happens, we feel it that much more.
Quando mangiamo?
Ma che giorno è oggi, scusa? Ma è il giorno del tuo compleanno, Giosuè. Ma avevi sempre detto che volevi fare un bel viaggio, no? Vedi, ci ho messo mesi e mesi per organizzare tutto, Ma scherzi? Sai dove andiamo? Andiamo a... non te lo posso dire, dai, l'ho promesso alla mamma, ma ha detto non glielo dire. Sai com'è fatta lei, poi si arrabbia, no?
Ho sonno, babbo.
Dammi. Zio, ma dove andiamo? Dove ci porta?
If you look back at a couple of other Italian imports of recent years, Cinema Paradiso and Il Postino, these are also films that combine comedy and love of life and sweetness, all those qualities that are in Life is Beautiful.
Buongiorno, principessa!
People around me told me, be careful because this is a very, of course, extreme subject, idea. You take a risk. I was afraid to offend the sensitivity of survivors. I know what a tragedy it is, and this I am very proud because it's my contribution to the Holocaust and to the memory
this terrifying period of our history. I am not Jewish, but I think it belongs to me too. It's the history of the humanities.
I did not find it in any way a desecration of the Holocaust. On the contrary, I found it as an affirmation of love, showing one of the most important principles of the Holocaust that we often do not understand. Many people say, why did the victims go like sheep to the slaughter? Why didn't they resist? There are other ways of resisting against the quote-unquote